Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with part 2 of my dark feminine fragrances video. I knew I had plenty to make a part 2, so here we are. And there were a lot that people mentioned in my first video that I totally agree with, so I'm going to put some of those in this video as well. But anyways, I've got 10 more here and I'm going to jump right in. I'm going to start with an amber, and a lot of ambers are very unisex or can sometimes even lean masculine, but my two favorites have a ton of vanilla in them, so it makes them lean quite feminine. This is one of them. This is Histoire de Parfum, and this is Ombre 114. This is a stunning, kind of traditional smelling amber, but it's got a load of vanilla in the base, and because of that, it's sweet and kind of creamy and absolutely stunning. The other one that I love that's very similar to this is my L'Eau d'Ombre Extreme from L'Artisan. They're both just absolutely beautiful. They're dark perfumes though. They're definitely like meant for cold weather, but I think that they're both absolutely beautiful. So that is the first one. That is Ombre 114 from Histoire de Parfum. Okay, this next one, I knew I had to include it. My beautiful friend Jacqueline just gave me this bottle, and this is the Lattafa Nebres fragrance, and this is definitely a dark feminine fragrance. It's like chocolate and berries. It's kind of nutty. It's syrupy, it's sweet. It's really, really beautiful. It's very feminine with the berries and the chocolate, but it's got such a kind of deep, dark character to it, and it's really, really beautiful on the skin. I do love this bottle too. I think it's such a beautiful bottle. Their bottles are always so, like, they could double as weapons. They're so heavy and like just crazy. But yeah, this is a beautiful dark feminine fragrance. It's sweet and just chocolatey and yummy and deep dark. It's perfect for cold weather. So anyways, that is Lattafa Nebres. Next, this was one that a lot of people brought up in the first video. This is Dior Hypnotic Poison, and the only reason I didn't include this in the first video is because I included Midnight Poison, which I think is really dark. Hypnotic Poison is dark too. It's just not quite as dark as like Midnight Poison, but this is so beautiful. This original formulation is just incredible too. It's so strong with that caraway and jasmine and vanilla. It's sweet, but also kind of slightly powdery. It's deep and dark and kind of syrupy smelling. It's so, so beautiful. Very, very feminine though. It's definitely, this is not gonna pass for a men's fragrance, that is for sure. It's a very just deep, dark, feminine fragrance, and it is so stunning. So anyways, that is Dior Hypnotic Poison. Okay, this next one, I haven't had this in my collection for a super long time, maybe just about under a year, but holy cow, my liquid is starting to deepen up so much. It's really starting to age and age beautifully at this point. This is a fragrance from Dua, and this is called Intimate with Vanilla, which is a dupe of Tom Ford Vanilla Sex. I couldn't tell you how good of a clone this is or how good of a dupe it is because I've never smelled the Tom Ford one, but this is the most beautiful, sweet, almondy, deep, dark vanilla that has like a very slight animalic quality to it. And I think I said last time, I have no idea where the animalic quality comes from in this because it doesn't really have anything in the notes that really reads as animalic, but there's definitely something kind of slightly animalic smelling. I love this though. I think somebody, in fact, compared this to Hypnotic Poison, which I can see a little bit of the similarities, but they're just two completely different fragrances. I almost get like a cola. Yeah, I almost get like a cola vibe from this, which is very strange. But it's beautiful, and you can see, look how dark my liquid has gotten. It was not that dark when I first got this, which, oh, I love that. I love it when my liquid starts to change and deepen up like that because you just know It's getting rich. So anyways, that is Dua Intimate with Vanilla, which is a dupe of Tom Ford Vanilla Sex. It is beautiful. Okay, this next one, this is like an iconic fragrance. It is a classic. It is like definitely a classic dark feminine fragrance. This is Oud Bouquet from Lancome, and this is the original, I should say original Western version of a rose and oud fragrance. It is so beautiful. It's so like soft and almost dusty smelling with the rose, but the rose is also jammy at the same time. The oud is smooth. It's sweet. It's absolutely stunning. Could a man wear a fragrance like this? Absolutely. But I know mine wouldn't, because this is just too sweet for him. But I know a lot of men do wear rose and oud combination. This has a very strong, prominent praline note in it, which is where all of the sweetness comes from. So it's just beautiful. This is, to me, this is like an iconic dark feminine fragrance for sure. I don't even know how I left this off of my first list, because it doesn't get much more dark and feminine than Oud Bouquet. It is absolutely stunning. And this is the original formulation. I also have the new formulation. The same person sent me both of them, and I will cherish them until I die. They are incredible fragrances. So anyways, that is Lancome Oud Bouquet. Okay, next is Zara Violet Blossom. This one, I think it has something to do with the bottle looking very dark, but the fragrance is definitely like on the syrupy, sweet, dark side itself. It's funny because this really does smell almost identical to Elisab Girl of Now, but my brain doesn't make the connection unless I'm wearing them side by side and I'm sniffing back and forth. And then the similarity is very obvious, but when I'm just smelling this on its own, I don't think about Girl of Now. I don't know why. This is like Cherry Blossom Tonka and Vanilla. Or Cherry Blossom Magnolia and Tonka, something like that. It's really beautiful though. It's sweet, syrupy, dark. It's a gorgeous scent. It's my favorite. This is definitely my favorite, like, cheaper Zara fragrance. I just think it's really, really beautiful. So anyways, that is Zara Violet Blossom. Okay, this next one, this is another one that I do not know how I left this off my first list, because this is another just insanely dark feminine fragrance. It doesn't get much more dark and feminine than this one. This is a fragrance from Gallagher, and this is called Rosé All Day. This is so delicious. This is rose and brown sugar, plum, apple crisp, tonka, and then like I think it's like made in a stainless steel vat or something, if I remember correctly. This is so beautiful. It's funny, when we went to Georgia to see Jacqueline, she was wearing Midnight Pearl from the other line, the sister line to Gallagher. I think it's like Pearlescent Perfumes. And Midnight Jasmine, I wanted that for so long, but then I tested it side by side with this one, and they were so similar that I didn't feel like I needed a bottle of Midnight Jasmine, because I already have this. But this is an absolutely stunning fragrance. This would be, like, if I did an alternate 15 for Life list, this would be on it. This is stunning. This is the epitome of dark feminine. This is definitely for like cold winter nights. It's heavy, it's sweet, it's jammy. Oh my gosh, it is perfection. It's a masterpiece is what it is. It's an absolute masterpiece. It is beautiful. So anyways, that is Gallagher Rosé All Day. Okay, this next one, this is another one. I don't know how I left this off the first list. This is a dupe of Jo Malone Myrrh and Tonka. This is Belayered Mia's Blend. I've smelled quite a few dupes of Myrrh and Tonka. This has always been my favorite one though. I don't know what it is about the Belayered one, but the Belayered one just has a really beautiful smoothness to it that I don't get with some of the others, and that I definitely don't get with the Real Thing. The Real one is beautiful, don't get me wrong. It's beautiful. But something about the Belayered one, there's a really beautiful smoothness to it. It's stunning. I love this scent. It's another one that it's sweet, but not super sweet. I could see this, I could see a man wearing this easily. I could see this being totally unisex because it is, Tonka to me is very much a men's note. All of the really Tonka heavy fragrances that I have in my collection are definitely, they lean masculine. This one though does have a really beautiful sweetness that keeps it from leaning too masculine, but this is very, very unisex. It's beautiful. It's a really warm, sweet, almost kind of like a citrusy Tonka, which is weird, but that's kind of how it smells in here. And then the incensey bright myrrh. It's beautiful. I love this. I usually only wear this. I can wear this in warmer weather, but I really prefer it in the cooler weather. It blooms in really cold weather. It's gorgeous. This is kind of an old bottle, but I love it. So anyways, that is Be Layered Mia's blend. And then I couldn't remember when I was pulling all of these. I can't remember if I put this one in my first video. I really hope that I didn't, but Lake and Sky Midnight 07. This is beautiful, and I very well could have pulled this for the first video. All the rest of them I know I didn't, because there are some of them I can't believe I didn't. This one though, I very may well have pulled it, but it is a dark feminine fragrance, so it's another one that is just like the epitome of a dark feminine fragrance. This is like a jammy, almost pomegranate kind of scent. If you can imagine like jammy, sweet pomegranate and patchouli. That's what this is. It's very sweet, very syrupy. It's perfection. It smells just like one of the old lotions from Bath & Body Works. It was either Dark Kiss or Midnight Pomegranate. It was one of those. This smells just like it, and it is beautiful. So anyways, hopefully I didn't put that in the first one. This is Lake and Sky Midnight 07. Such an underrated perfume that nobody ever talks about. I feel like Lake and Sky is a very underrated house. Their fragrances, some of them are, like 1111 is one of my favorite. It's like one of my top 15 of life. I could not live without that fragrance. Midnight 07 is incredible. They just have they have a coconut one that is so good. Okay, and last but not least, I just have a dupe of it, but Killian Angel Share. I've got a couple dupes of it actually. I've got Kismet Angel. My sweet Velvet sent that to me. And I'm not gonna bust into that until I get through this travel spray of Dua Angelic Elixir. But they're dupes of Killian. Did I say Love Don't Be Shy? I hope I did not say that. Of Killian Angel Share. This is beautiful. This is like boozy apple pie. It's like kind of like a boozy apple pie amber, except really light on the amber, heavy on the apple pie aspect. It's warm, cinnamon or something. That's what it smells like, warm cinnamon. It's sweet, it's a little bit boozy, it's perfection. I remember when the hype with Killian Angel Share was real. Like, you could not get away from it. Everybody was raving about this fragrance, and I refused. I would not jump on the bandwagon. I never even ordered a sample of it or anything. I was like, no, that fragrance is just getting hyped up too crazy, and no fragrance can be worth that kind of hype. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong, because this fragrance is worth that kind of hype. This fragrance really is fantastic. It really is very close. I don't know that I would call it a masterpiece, but it's close. Especially for us gourmand lovers, it's close. It's so good. So anyways, that is Angelic Elixir, or Killian Angel Share, or Kismet Angel. Pick your dupe. There are a bazillion of them. I can tell you though, this, somebody did send me a decant of the real Angel Share, because I really had never smelled it. And I think when I tested, the Dua was the closest dupe. I'm pretty sure. But anyways, yeah. So anyways, guys, those are 10 more dark feminine fragrances from my collection. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.